pamin average lecture 7 zai tawin tuna hi average lecture 8 bol diwe lecture 8 average marks diwin na chi masang sei nom chu lecture 6 a question ho ki mo thelo wale in 7 lang chu tha bol diam kamu thei pove question ki chin point ti wale chun tha bol theu yo to da again to da lecture 8 na pan ga tele lecture 8 by he marks of students class unga marks or average marks iti hollow them average marks of total student iti hollow them kiteona so I bol do yo example question 11 the average marks of all the students in the class is 60 if the average marks of the boys and girls are 64 and 54 respectively. So find the ratio of number of boys and girls, find the percentage of boys in the class, and if the total number of students is 120, find the number of boys and girls in the class. So ito bang question with it diyo. Ito bang problem hi omtinga le iti bol diyo mas pena allegation rules is adiyo na. Allegation rule is ito si allegation rule is alitan nom pena he. Some get solved here, so allegation rule is adiyo. The average marks of all the students in the class is 60. If the average marks of the boys and girls are so the average marks of the boys and girls student na question tung so the average marks of the boys and girls are 64 and 54 tis na ema sunga hi a total hong so boys to girls are total chu yaram 60 chipai la hong so tele yadam tam sunga ratio model ratio hi piam ratio of number of students boys and girls ratio passing model so student or ratio passing models standard difference la vale 6 standard difference la vale 4 chi simplest form am law na ha so kat ngai chong so 2 2 is 4 2 3 is 6 ko tele bana hi question now one to find the ratio of number of boys and girls to chi Thailand ratio of question number 1 so ratio of number of boys and girls so 3:2 chi class nga chu pasal thum male no main nium ding na chi ratio dung ju ya chu chi class so construct ke bole cho abana find the percentage of boys in the class number 2 na percentage of boys zakhalai za deham this boys to girls so a ratio on yet move 3:2 move ya boys percentage yet tam tele 3 by the total number of students so in terms of ratios of 5 la na 5 la 3 so boys ele zakhalai za ram chi so in percentage so 520 is 100 so 3 into 20 60%. Number 2 na if the total number of students is 120 find the number of boys and girls in the class. So I boys plus girls so 120 yale boys or he tam ti so e wanga yon ratio so ya iti move boys to girls so 3:2 moves la na so boys ya tam 3 by 5 ngala athum chu boys is oh ngala ani chu girls kodala total chu 120 la tam 5 2 is 10 5 4 20 3 4 is 12 3 2 is 6 72 zakhat la somni la 72 is the number of boys chi bo oh aban chu tele next question velahan the average marks of all the students in the class is 60 and the ratio of number of boys and girls is 3:2 if the average marks of the boys is 70 find the average marks of the girls la hi allegation rule hi important ma jengin allegation hi nen ngai ho allegation he thim lo wale songpi media ani ki bolta in songpi media lut diusan songa chana mu de yo allegation iti ki bolam iti hongam ti also so the average marks of the student of all the student in the class is 60 and the ratio of number of boys and girls in this ratio ki peta average marks of boys girls to average marks of boys at ki piam tale 70 stingle girls hi holo dio average marks of boys and girls are total as yet ki piam 60 ki pi lo na total boys and girls are total so la ya pa hi so sunga ratio ki pi so number of boys and girls sunga ratio hi 3:2 sorry tin ziote sunga ratio pa hi 3:2 yoni hold audio hi sunga average marks of the girls ite bang question ite bol du tam Chani hi sunga ratio one kipi question kipi ta so 70 to 60 difference at ham 10 ale langa 10 difference at ham langa 10 difference ki holo thilo so is langa average marks of goes on lo na chia chu iti holo lam tale sunga ratio ko na holo thei so 10 difference so 10 hele to 5 is 10 ai banga chu langa ngai 3 5 is 15 di cho chiu teng le 10 hi pi bol wale chip ki mo ham 60 to 10 hi bi bol wale pi operation bol wale 70 ki mo plus long langa hi plus hi ale langa minus ngai so 60 to 15 subtract bol de ta 45 so this is the average marks of the girls here tai bol de khavega bol ki rote boys and girls boys average kipi girls are kipi lo yo lo do evanga boys and girls are total to 60 utale sting le ratio of boys and girls kipi la boys to 3 in class ngas pasal thum male numenium dina hit manga ratio class su kisi image so it's the difference at ham 10 kutale langa tene difference la denga langa average he do je ba kret hit lo so evanga ratio a kona la de la de ham langa tene difference 10 ele 2 chin divide the 2 5 is 10 so 3 5 is 15 then hippie ball wale 60 to 10 hippie ball wale chiki mu ham tale plus he so na langa plus le langa minus ngai chong so 60 minus 15 so 45 this is the average marks of the girls average marks of the girls the term 45 see here next question the number of boys in the class is twice number of girls and the average marks of all the students in the class is 50 the average marks of the boys is 45 and the average marks of the girls changta karena so I pikipiam boys to girls here the number of boys in the class is twice the number of girls boy pasal so niu male no me also kharam deny so si bu so si ratio he si kitai page so ting le average marks of boys average marks of girls average marks of the boys is 40 a total boys to girls go masum if the average marks of all the students in the class is 50 ti long class nga so boys to girls are born average marks of 50 here le utale sunga hi average marks of the girls yar ham si holo ki du so sunga ratio hum kitai la ratio hi 2:1 long na so it's the difference at ham then langa 10 difference at ham kilat hilo langa average lo sia so sunga number pim dam si ratio ka hi holo ki du chong so 110 is 10 long 1 in 10 divided 10 so 210 is 20 10 hi pi bo wala si ki mo ham 40 minus long na 50 minus 10 so 40 langa minus langa plus 50 plus 2 so 70 so average marks of the girls is 70 na ji ai lo long le chipa hi eta bang question hi hon ikha method equation method bol de cho di bol di ham chunga hi girls so average fall in the boys so average of 40 so boys so average of 40 ne so pasal karen 40 marks mo le pasal is ham so 4 b into 40 so the sum of the total marks of all the boys so plus girls also girls are so girls I think going to do the girls are so average so let's say x taute hotel total also 50 ti long na boys and girls are goma 50 boys plus girls goma 50 so chiki page I was so like boys so new medicula pasal new ma no me mam no me karam na hotel boys yamta 2 plus 1 into 30 it is a formula body so you hold 80 plus x is equal to 2 plus 1 3 it's 90 so sorry like 30 lo like 50 na so 3 into 50 is 150 so x is equal to then is subtract boleta 70 so this is the average marks of the girls tang bolti chong itazong bolti lo le allegation lang bolti na next question chutale next question in a class the number of boys is 60% of the total number of students and the average marks of all the students 72 if the average marks of the boys is 80 find the average marks of the girls number of boys is boys to girls so a ratio hold almost out na boys to 60% of girls is so pasal so zakhala song ko ber na mai so 40 inch la na so ratio la wale 2322 average marks of boys and girls. And the average marks of all the students 72. If the average marks of the boys is 80, boys so average marks 80, our total lads at the 72. Girls are tam this so nga ratio moves la ratios number of boys and girls ratio chi tai difference ram 8 like number of them ratio gonna hold 2 4 is 8 so 3 4 is 12 then he p ball wala chi ki mo 80 72 to 8 to plus lo na plus le lang minus ngai cho 8 plus 72 80 le lang minus ngai cho 72 minus cho ata 50 60 is the average marks of the girls. Next question value the ratio of number of boys and girls in the class is 3:2. The average marks of the boys is 50 and that of the girls is 60. Find the average marks of all the students in the class. Chahe average marks of all the students in the class all the way so I pick the ratio of number of boys and girls to girls ratio so question na yar kpm 3:2. The average marks of the boys is 50 boys so average marks is 15 and that of the girls is 60 kutale sunga average marks of all boys to girls agom goma average marks at the tam so sunga x tau te lows even the ratio to number of boys difference la wala sunga ratio this la ratio pas kp so 3:2 let's chitamang problem iti bol de hom velawan sungai hi italang bol the so sim number 3 into 15 so 150 2 into 60 2 into 60 so 120 divided by 3 plus 2 so 5 so ipiam si x is so sungai x by hiti holo de hom x is equal to 3 into 50 16 to 2 now 120 plus divided by sum of ratio or equal to 270 divided by 5 equal to 525 5420 so 54 ppm x. What is x? X is the average of all the class of all the students in the class, average marks of all the students in the class na so next question chutale one question the ratio of number of boys and girls in the class is respectively 3:2 and the average marks of all the students in the class is x. If the average marks of the boys is x plus 4, find the average marks of the girls. So ngahi pkpm boys to girls ratio ki is na 3:2. So average marks of boys, average marks of girls and the average marks of all the students in the class is x. If the average marks of the boys is x plus 4 and the average of all the students in the class is x, then the average marks of girls at the top. So our ratio is given as 3:2. So say bang atu chiteni difference ham x plus 4 to x difference la vale 4 long na so sungai pi number of them dile 2 is 4 chi 2 hin chi 4 divide ale 2 is 4 chibanga sungai pi number of them dile 3 is 6 so sen happy bo vale ji ki mo x to 4 to plus long x plus 4 la sen hi plus bol x plus 4 ki mo so langa plus le langa minus ni so minus bo vale pinita model so x minus 6. This is the average marks of the girls. Okay, next question. Next question. The ratio of number of boys and girls in the class is 3:1 and the average marks of all the students is a. If the average marks of the boys is a minus 3, find the average marks of the girls. Sungazong hi value ratio of boys and girls kipis na yar kipiam 3:1 kipis and the average marks of all the students boys to girls. So the average marks of the boys is a minus 3 and the average of all boys and girls are born as a. The average marks of the girls are tam. You hold on the ratio here 3:1. Send the difference la vale tam. So he had the cartoon like on pa he a he boys who average marks to girls who average marks alayam this song akika amsu a will be in the middle of the average marks of boys and girls. So send the difference la vale 3 lo daw na is ten difference la ten hi ko lin zom het ngai chu ten hi ko lin zom tali a lin zo chu a sanga hi a li zo le sanga hi a hi neu rit nai chu so lin pa chu a ya minus a minus 3 difference divide ta ita la de chu ko ti lo wale sungai as ki su hial nom ya na sungai difference of 3 tai langai pin number om diam 1 and 3 divide 1 3 is 3 so 3 3 is 9 10 hi pi bol ji ki mom minus long a to 3 so a minus minus ki bola la chi ki mu la langai plus ti so a plus 9 so a plus 9 this is the average marks of the girls average marks of the girls a plus 9 chi bo na. Next question, the average marks of 50 number of students is 60 and the number of boys is 10 more than the number of girls. If the average marks of the boys is 64, find the average marks of the girls. Chike si value han so I boys to girls si tor layer mam 50 and the boys si girls so sanga so mathematilo so girls plus 10 so boys is all number of boys. Let's then hit the ball dutta so B value put ball division V G plus 10 plus girls 50 twice of girls equal to twice of girls equal to then a difference of 40 girls is equal to 20 girls also near the boys also had 30 lo dong to class one has me 50 na so ratio of boys and girls hold over le boys 30 girls 20 that means ratio so 3 is to 2 here so sungai hai boys and girls and the number of boys if the average marks of the boys is 64 boys also 64 maximum average total as yet them 60 ti long na tele girls so average at the time ratios la 3 is to 2 taya so stand difference in ham difference of 4 so happy number of them 2 2 is 4 e banga so 3 2 is 6 then happy bawala chi kimuam plus long na 60 plus 4 so 64 so banga sangai plus langa minus e bol so 60 minus 6 so 54 this is the average marks of the girls na find the average marks of the girls so 54 next question but question the application tamang la so maintain the average marks of 25 number of students in the class is 65 125 number of so 25 student or average so 65 at it so 25 one student got 30 marks in place of 70 so in true or false so student got in 70 marks amu ewa at the GP 30 so 30 marks in place of 70 so 30 marks here di lo so banga 70 here di 30 marks po GP so 70 is in the so 30 marks po GP 9 na 70 marks in the 30 marks po GP and the other student got 60 marks in place of 50 marks amu ewa nga GP 30 find the new average ito bang kesi ball tau na so total ayata 120 langala total ayata 90 then difference yatta difference of 30 marks is lutenga van light ateva so average hi sunga average ki khel ta sula so 30 marks kisi nai lo ya cheong kisi lu teng la chon average song ki khel da chong sunga ile number of student ai chong so chapang khat in mi som ni langa student ho so alang pia se danga mi khaden 65 marks mo ke ti chong ewa sunga ai ki ji khilum ta chi entry ball di wat lai so chi ong ki sulu dai la chon sunga increase in average ai so sunga hi azilu ding wat ze so average increase ni ta chong so increase in average we het ngai ta sula increase in average we ram mark is azilu di wat nam chapang ho mi da ivam chipas divide ball di chong 5 6 is 30 5 5 25 5 1 is 5 5 2 is 10 chi mi khana 1.2 marks kalai ta so therefore new average will be masanga 65 ya chapang khana 1.2 kalai le to ya de tam 66.2 this is the new average marks of the student na tabang watham khat viau tele The average marks of 25 number of student class is 40. One student got 20 marks instead of 60. Another student got 19 in place of 80. And also the number of students is wrongly written as 25 instead of 20. Find a true average. Chita bang question ni ball ta na isang lega aviote. So ngai number of student. Bana ho average. So ngai means arevam 25 number of students. Or more average them 40 heads. One student got true or false within 20 marks instead of 60. 60 is in the 20 marks will be given. Another student got 90 in place of 80. 80 is in the 90 p vale. So I true CC total ball force la mark z dinga zilu dinga vat amam 30 vat lies na. And also the number of student is wrongly written as 25 instead of 20. 20 z na dinga so 25 na z kido so sang he mi som ni la nga z na dinga so mi som ni z na dinga som ni la nga z pikila na si true is on si by 4 is. So nga he the bang question so ball ta wa jong le so ngai sum hol ngai so total marks of the student ya tam me 48 25 to 40 so tam in two ball vale 1000 see pam sum is always true na the thing is ngai he therefore new average iti hol the hom tele marks sang khade total marks class nga chu misungai 30 zilu dinga let's to plus ball ke do divided by number of student total average in the dinga le sum of all the marks divided by number of student ya sungat number of student 25 zilu do 20 adi pai zilu ta so kutele ta 1030 divided by 20 or equal to 25 is 10 21 is 2 51.50. This is the average marks, the true average marks of a student. Next question, the average marks of some number of students in the class is 60. One student got 20 marks in place of 60. Another student got 40 in place of 80. After correction, the new average becomes 64. Find the number of students. Okay. The average marks of some number of students number of students here. So x it's x number of students got 60 average marks. This is the average. One student got 20 marks in place of 60. 60 they got 20 marks per CPU. 40 in place of 80. 80 mo pang 40 CPU. Hutale 140 60. Hutale difference at 80 marks. So after correction, the new average becomes 64. Masanga 60 ya marks si ansu tu phatwa anzilut entry and ball phatwa average khial ta na. So average ya ke khialam average increase na average masanga 60 to 64 le increase in average ya 4 is na. Therefore number of students ya tam tale yo number of student hold on ya. So is that vanam divided by increase in average equal to 20. This is the number of students in the class. The average marks of some number of students in the class is 40. 100 number of students got 60 marks instead of 90. So after correction, the true average becomes 50. Find the number of students in the class. So I have an the average marks of some number of students. So student is at mom class hello. So let's say x number of students. Amo average at 40. See average is so I hit true or false the routine. 100 number of students got 60 marks in place of 90. 90 is in 60 marks zipil so Japang zakharai so is that zilu dinga van layam 30 long and difference new then after correction the new average becomes yatiam 50. Masanga average chi all average new average. So average an increase average increase by 10. Let's say Japang khara mark 30 let's pang zakhara sel tam 100 into 30 so 3000 marks zilut dinga valai la zilut masanga so 40 ya hongki zilut phana so 50 is on average so therefore number of student iti holo diu tam number of students equal to mark is at 0 denga vanam 3000. Still increase in average around 10. Increase in average to 10. So number of students will be 300 number of students.